home and eventually can have you enjoying no monthly payment at all. Green Solar Technologies has years of experience as leaders in residential and commercial solar systems and is proud to be a platinum installer for SolarWorld, the country's top-selling manufacturer of American-made solar panels. Call 800-507-1148 today for a free estimate and to take advantage of current tax credits, grants, and rebates can save you even more. Green Solar Technologies guides you through every step, including financing options, which will allow you to enjoy all the benefits of solar power for zero down, zero payments, and zero interest for the first year. Stop paying high energy bills and start saving money today by calling Green Solar Technologies at 800-507-1148. That's 800-507-1148. 800-507-1148.
The following program, paid for by Right Path Real Estate, does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or ownership of this station.
But what do we say?
Get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today. Get ready. The guide that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
Hot mics.
Hey, welcome to the show. Right Path Real Estate Radio. 713-785-1817 is our call-in number. I'm going to reboot my computer because it's acting funky. So join live on the radio call-in hotline with Jennifer Hernandez. She's with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. How are you this morning, Jennifer?
Hey, Tom. Good. I had to sacrifice traffic time for locking loans. We gotta take it while it's hot, right?
Absolutely. So what's the market look like in the retail side?
We have buyers in all price ranges from 150 to 900. I just had one that are multiple offers. Like almost every client that we have is getting outbid, it's crazy. All price ranges.
Now you're saying that you had a multiple offer situation on a $900,000 house?
Yeah, our client didn't get it. What we're seeing is sometimes the upper end markets are a little bit slower, but we're not seeing that. We're seeing all varied price ranges, all parts of town, just lots of activity.
That's fantastic.
Lots of activity. Yeah, it is great.
Yeah, so because I know after the flood, things seemed to slow down for you a little bit after the flood, but how long would you say things slowed down immediately after the flood? Was that a month? Was it 2 months? Was it 3 months? What would you say?
Things were slower. We track it by kind of our referral count.
Right.
So it was down about 30%. Of course, immediately it was just stagnant for a couple months. But, it started to slightly increase after the hurricane, and then it just kind of stalled out. And then it normally for me happens where, January 1, it's like a faucet turns on.
Right.
And so our leads were back up to just normal, past year levels. First quarter is always a big, psychologically everyone waits till after the holidays, right? So, but I think we have a lot of dynamics going this year than other years, right?
Right.
Where people just out of necessity and the flood and all that are really starting to get those insurance checks and realize, okay, time to dump the property because I can't fix this thing. They don't have enough money or whatever. I'm sure you're seeing that.
Yeah, we are. We're seeing a lot of activity. In fact, our cost of acquisition on a lead basis has really been dropping to some of the lowest levels that we've seen since we've been in business, which has been great for our business. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to mention to you today, I kind of mentioned it last time, and now I have the information. So
yes.
We have now been approved with Fannie Mae for it's called Home Style. It's a Fannie Mae rehab, purchase plus rehab, or a refi plus rehab property.
Okay.
Renovation loan that doesn't require you to go into a construction loan.
Okay.
We can do investment properties. So, however, we don't use the ARV like you guys would. So if someone's okay with...
So you use the purchase price.
You use the purchase price plus acquisition, right? And then, we do draws, and similar to a.
You mean you do
loan,
purchase price plus repairs, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if I've got a purchase price of like $300,000 and I've got a rehab number of $40,000, then I'm all in for $340,000. They don't care that it's worth $520,000 or whatever it is, but I have to be willing to bring 20% to the table, correct?
Yes, 20% of the $340,000.
Okay.
So it's not going to work for all investors, but someone who wants to just bypass hard money,
yes,
right, that could be. I'm sure there's some cost savings there. The rate on that right now, it's probably about 6%, just because it's, a regular investment property right now. If I was just refinancing, let's say I was refinancing someone out of a hard money. Right now, the rate's probably 5.5, 5.6. Rates have ticked up here in the past couple weeks.
Okay.
So it's about 0.5% higher than that. Because obviously, it's, it gives you up to 9 months, which I know investors don't want to do that, but they're quicker. But it gives you several months to, basically it's locking in the long-term 30-year fixed rate, of course, now. And there's very few fees. I mean, it's additional fees. There's no.
So what it basically does is, so you've got a 9-month window that you can actually purchase the property and then have 9 months to complete the rehab, and then you can roll into a true 30-year fixed. Is that right?
Well, you actually start it right away.
Okay.
You just start paying right away, but so there's no more documents or qualifying or anything that's needed later on.
Okay.
The one caveat is that people cannot self repair. They do have to have a bona fide
third-party general contractor.
Yeah. Somebody. Yeah. It has to be we check out the contractor to make sure it's a bona fide contractor. So
sure,
there are some limitations, but if that does interest someone and they were going to put down money anyway,
right?
Which I know in the investment world that's not always the case, but if it does work for someone, we can do that for investment properties. So. And
is there a limit on how many someone can get through that program?
It's Fannie Mae, so it's up to 10.
Okay, so
it's the same normal
Fannie
Mae limits.
Okay, so I've got some questions coming in on the Book of Faces. So Brian's asking the question: is there a penalty if it's sold within 6 months? He says he fixes and flips properties sometimes in and out within 4 months. I don't know that you'd want to do this. The advantage that this Fannie Mae product is going to give is that it's long-term financing. This would be really better for a buy and hold property where you're going to put 20% down. So imagine instead of buying a property with hard money and then refinancing out, the downside is that you need to have 20%. So if you had 100 let's say you're buying a property for 70 and you're doing 30,000 in repairs, you could be borrowing the full 100 from the get-go, but you wouldn't receive the 30,000 until after things are are completed.
Until later on, years from now.
Correct. And then
Brian, you're correct. This is not a flip and hold.
Yeah, you mean a buy fix and flip? Yeah, right. And then he also asked, how quick can closing happen?
Well, that's the other thing. We actually need 45 to 60 days on this program because from the time you're under contract, because we've got to check out the contractor. We are not as quick as like a hard money. Definitely not. So that's where this product, realistically, if you think about it, it's not conducive to all the things that, close fast. And, there are definitely things to consider, but it takes time for us to put all that together and draw schedules and check out the contractor. And there are more caveats to it than just a regular deal. So it's 45 to 60 days. So it may not work for everybody, but and then we can still do, if you do the hard money, we can still refinance using the appraised value, a few months later. We can definitely do that as well. So.
Okay.
Yeah. In a non-renovation loan, just a regular 30-year fixed XYZ. So, again, it might not behoove everybody on that. It might not benefit everybody, but it's there.
Well, for people that haven't bought their first 10 buy and hold properties and they've got capital to deploy, it avoids having to go to hard money first and then refi out. And so I think it works really well as long as you have the 20% to put down, that you're getting it all under one umbrella. You're probably going to, the 20% down is going to be straight to equity. And a lot of people don't make the distinction between like points and fees and things like that those are closing costs that don't reduce or build equity in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So if you've got the 20% down, it might actually be cheaper from a cost standpoint. When I say cost, I don't mean the cost of the materials or the cost of the property or the cost of the rehab. I mean the cost of the loan itself. So there's what we call closing costs. So in those closing costs related to the loan, it might at least want to get, if you've got the 20% down for a $100,000 purchase with $30,000 in rehab, maybe the house is worth $160,000. So you're putting automatically on $130,000, it'd be $26,000 would be your 20%. So you're already only financing $130,000 minus $26,000, $104,000 would be the loan amount. Well, if it's a house worth $160,000, you're gaining not only the 20% down, and that's really the only downside to this that I see, is that it's going to be evaluated based on purchase price. And I assume that there's no way to and I probably don't want to ask this question on the air, but you can't pad the rehab estimates or things like that. Do the rehab for less, right?
I mean, typical. Well, not really, because then there's no downward. I mean, the note's pretty final when you do it. I mean, that's the downside, is that if you have unused amounts, they do give it back to you in cash, I guess.
Right.
It's not meant to be a cash-out transaction. But,
right.
I guess you could. You always want to kind of pad it a little bit, just like in a regular.
Yeah, because let's say I know I can get things done for $30,000, and I get a contractor to bid it at $40,000, and then later, I actually get it done for $30,000. I mean, where does the extra $10,000 go? I mean, the questions like that, investors are going to want to know.
Well, it's essentially refunded. Yeah, it has to be refunded to the borrower.
Yeah, which reduces the out-of-pocket, right? Because that $10,000, I mean, would reduce 20. I mean, so then you could almost make it like a 90% loan. Because what we're trying to do in this situation is we want to make sure that, because a lot of investors are buying with plenty of equity in the deal, but bankers don't look at the after repair value. They only look at that a property is worth purchase price plus rehab amount. That's because their assumption is that's market price. If you're buying it at whatever the price is, even like we're buying a property in Point Comfort for $9,000. So according to any bank, that the market value of that house is $9,000. That's the way bankers think. Mm-hmm. Because a seller's willing to sell it for that and a buyer's willing to buy it for that must be the market price. But they don't make any allowances for that. The market is inefficient, and investors can provide liquidity to an illiquid, asset, and then we really can buy at a discount to market price. Because that doesn't happen much in commercial, and that's where bankers mainly play. That's where the big bucks are, is in commercial, right? The smaller dollars are in single family. That's the bigger bucks are in commercial, and the market is much more efficient in commercial. So the music tells me I'm out of time. So it's been a pleasure as always. I want to give out your contact information. It's jennifer.legacymutual.com. It's 713-579-3600. It's the Hernandez team. Jennifer Hernandez. Give her a call.
Thanks, Tom. See ya.
Mike's off.
Let me go see if Ashley is here.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you.
I don't see Ashley.
We have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRA to tap into the $24 trillion in retirement
Have you called him?
Call
No,
Quest
I
IRA
confirmed, but I texted him like 10 minutes ago and didn't reply.
IRAs or go to our website,
It was confirmed yesterday, but it was
questira.com.
through like his
Are you looking
assistant,
for an
not him.
investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties.
I just
Whether
texted
it's
him,
a flip
see.
rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know, the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states.
He's not responding to me either, so
we provide guidance so you pay
Okay.
the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
This is Business 1110.
All right, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Joined live in the studio now with Ashley Patten. He is Patten Law Firm. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Tom. Thanks for having me again. Appreciate it.
I want to give out your contact information right at the top. It's PLF, and that's F as in Foxtrot, PC. That's a lot of nouns there, so or a lot of consonants, I should say. So P as in Papa, L as in Lima, F as in Foxtrot, P as in Papa, C as in Charlie. So PLFPC.com stands for Patten Law Firm PC.com. 713-621-5808. 713-621-5808. So we're actually buying a property down in the middle of nowhere, Point Comfort. I don't know if you know where that is.
So this one's a long one.
So Port Lavaca, you know where that is?
Yeah.
Just north of it's kind of southeast of Victoria, north of Corpus. So Port Lavaca is on the south side of Lavaca Bay. This is on the north side of Lavaca Bay. So there's this little area. Formosa Plastics has got a little plant out there. They employ quite a few people, and there's this little neighborhood there, and we're buying a house. Now, what happens? What makes Harris County so different title-wise than some podunk little place? If there's anybody listening from Point Comfort, Texas, all 780 of you, probably not. So what makes county by county it so unique in some of these small counties from a title standpoint?
Well, you know, people try to keep and protect the information.
Okay.
Information is key.
Right.
I mean, anytime a big title company goes in, first thing you have to do is buy the information.
Okay.
And now if
they're buying it from the county, right?
They're buying it from the county.
And they're buying it, and it's public information, right?
It's public, but not extracting the information is private. So in other words, the information is filed, then you have to extract the information, which basically requires dial it into the county records.
Right.
And these small counties.
And literally, you mean dialing, like some of these still work on dial-up modems, right?
Some of them are still working on the old dot matrix, the little dots, I mean, it's just it's horribly archaic. Like, for instance, Jim Hall County.
Okay.
If you ever have a chance to buy a property there.
Don't.
Plan on waiting about 3.5 months for title commitment.
Is that right?
Yeah, because the title company is also the judge, is also the mayor, or was the mayor.
Oh, my God.
And they actually shut down every day from 12 to 1:30.
So you can go take a nap? Oh.
For a siesta, for lunch, or something like that. And Fridays, they're closed at 2 o'clock. And they're the only game in town.
Wow.
And so it's just...
So if you make that title company mad, you're done.
We had I cut my teeth on subprime, closing subprime loans.
Right.
Well, we had a deal where it was with AmeriQuest Mortgage, which is a former big subprime loan.
Right.
So we had a home equity loan. It was a $120,000 home equity loan. The order got refused because the borrower couldn't afford the mortgage. And now that concept was made by a title company, because title company says, well, I know this borrower, and there's no way he can afford a $120,000 mortgage, so we're declining the order. And that was dead.
Wow.
And I contacted
so you had a title company that was doing credit underwriting, the job of the mortgage company. Wow, that's interesting.
Just because they know the borrower.
Yeah.
Because they lived in one of these podunk towns.
Yeah. And
they knew the borrower, and they knew they couldn't pay a $120,000 home equity loan, so they canceled the order. And I'm just like, I contacted the president. I'm like, hey, don't you think the borrower should make this determination? Oh, we've already made a determination. I know the borrower. There's no way. We're declining the order. And that was it. They were judge, jury, and on that case, they were executioner.
Wow. So where are some of the best counties in terms of interacting good records? Because it seems to me like Harris County is even better than any of the surrounding counties, better than Fort Bend, better than Galveston County in terms of having things automated online. A lot of the things are imaged well, all of that.
Fort Bend is actually a little bit better than Harris County.
Okay.
The reason why is because Harris County, during Allison, they lost so many dockets, so many records. And Fort Bend really never had that happen to them because, Harris County got flooded. But technology kind of goes hand in hand. The worst counties, of course, are Brazoria and Galveston, just because in Brazoria, everything was just unrecorded subdivisions. It was just a county that they had so much land, they just started popping up and things weren't done correctly at the get-go. Now, of course, Harris County, everything's been automated because if you think about it, 5 million people live in Harris County.
Right.
And all the subdivisions are pretty well built.
Right.
And so it's just they're getting there. Teresa Chang, who was the district clerk a few years back, she did a fantastic job automating everything.
Wow.
And everybody else is just kind of, fulfilling
just maintain what she started.
That's right.
Okay. So I'm joined live in the studio with Ashley Patten. He's plfpc.com, 713-621-5808, 713-621-5808. So that one county that you mentioned, you said that's 3.5 months. We're finding that this county that we're dealing with, it's about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And y'all's typical turnaround time is 3 to 5 days.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately you can't put any fire underneath them because they move at their pace, and it's just there's something good to be said about that kind of living.
Yeah.
Because shoot, when do you work a 9-to-5 job anymore?
Right.
It doesn't exist unless you live in that area.
Yeah.
And you probably can't find anybody at the title company after 5:30 either.
Yeah.
Their phone goes straight to voicemail at 4:45.
Yeah. In fact, I've left a message a couple of times. There's supposed to be a city government there, and I've left a message with the city secretary 5 or 6, maybe 7 times. And
no callback?
No callback, no. And it always goes to voicemail.
That's because you got the 713 area
code. Yeah, that's what I figured what it is. And what are you going to do? I'm not going to go drive 2 hours to knock on their door.
Well, that's just it. And that's what they work on. And the thing is, though, is that deals can come to their office because they're the only game in town.
Right.
And so and because they keep the information themselves, they keep other people out. Now, Texas Title Insurance, they put out something that's known as a P30.
You can make it up because nobody else is going to know.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's a P-42. It's a P-51 Mustang. Yeah.
It's a P-24. Anyway, I was drawing blank.
Right.
But anyway, basically what it is, it shows that if you don't have a plant in the county and the deal's under $150,000, the title company who opens the order only gets 10% of the premium. And so they still have to insure it. So some of these small counties, we're not able to close because if they're under $150,000, it costs us 15% on the underwriting policy just to close it, and we're only getting 10%. So it's
that's our dilemma with this property.
That's right.
We're buying it for $9,000.
$9,000.
Yeah.
It's not on the lake, is it, or the ocean?
It's about. Like from here to the elevator. For those, you're going to know how far away our elevator is, but yeah, it's walking distance.
Really?
Yeah, from the bay.
Now, is it a foreclosure or just normal?
Just bought it from a seller.
Is it a lot or is it a house?
No, it's a house. It's a 3-bedroom house. It was occupied.
Wait. A $9,000 3-bedroom house?
Yeah, it's possible to buy houses at low prices if you make those kind of offers. Yeah.
Were they sitting down when you made that offer?
No, it was over the phone.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Now, was that the first offer? Or they come back.
No, it was the first.
You said, "Hey, I'll offer $9,000." Sold.
It was a little bit more involved than that. So they came in as a lead through our marketing, and so because it's so far, we weren't just rushing to get out there, right? So it worked out that about 3 weeks ago, I was speaking Matt Downs' group down in Corpus Christi on a Saturday. So I drove down, spoke there from 11:30 to like 1, and I said, look, if you can set up the appointment for like 3 o'clock, because it's about 2 hours from Corpus, then I'll see it coming back to Houston.
Okay.
And so went and saw the house. I had to walk it with a mask. So a guy had lived in the house for about 12 years, been a tenant, paying $700 a month in rent.
Okay.
And they kicked him out about a month ago. And he had a bunch of cats, and it just smelled like cat urine. It was nasty.
Oh.
And it's like, it's probably worth 80, maybe 75 or 80 if it was cleaned out and all that. I'm probably going to spend $1,000 cleaning it out. And then
now you talked about before another show that you had a smell test, right?
Yeah, right.
So you could smell how much that house
my
costs.
God. Well, and here's the thing is, when you get to a point, I really didn't want it. So she wanted 25 to 30. That was her place, and I finally came back and I said, look, you know what's going on in Texas City, right? Because everything below Texas Avenue in Texas City has been kind of shut off with the county. With Texas City saying that everything close to the plants are too close. They want to kind of have like this buffer zone. So if a house ever goes vacant and they pull a meter, you can't ever go back and get a permit for rebuilding. It's basically they want it to be a parking lot from that point on.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's Texas City, everything south of Texas Avenue. So like in the downtown area, all that. So and so I was kind of concerned since Formosa's there, and I'd heard that Formosa had bought out some of the properties in there, and apparently that was as a result of a lawsuit in the past and stuff. And so I was like, well, until I can do some more due diligence, I said, look, really, I'm concerned about some things. I'm concerned that it's 2 hours away. I don't have, crews that I can count on there, things that I know I can get done for certain prices there. It can be double down there, and there's no Home Depot in the area. All those kind of things, right? So I said, I've got to do some more due diligence before I even make an offer. But just to kind of tell you where my head is at, I'm best case scenario like 10. Does it even make sense for me to keep doing due diligence? And she goes, yeah. She goes, yeah. Go ahead and keep doing your due diligence.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. So I came back at 9, and I'm
Woo.
like, and she took it. So, and now we're waiting on title.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. It's just, of course, the old saying, it doesn't hurt unless you ask.
Well, it's amazing to me how many people that are wholesalers or they're buy, fix, and flippers or they're buy and hold landlords, if you're doing this actively, and it's like, you'll get to a point where you're doing enough deals, and we're doing, 10, 12, sometimes 15 deals in a month, right?
Right.
And so that's enough volume where we don't really care about any one deal, right? So the deal's got to make sense for us to even, and it's, I know it's going to fall on me since I'm buying it. It's going to fall on me to like make sure that it gets cleaned out properly. That whatever we do to it, if we ever get a call from the HOA or whatever, the lawn needs to be mowed. It's like, oh, Tom, your house is not getting. I'm like, if the locks need to be changed, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's all that. I'm like, I really just don't want to. I'm busy enough without all that, right?
Right.
So I just got to a number where I'm like, what's the number that is like, if they take it, I'll be like, yeah, okay. And if they don't take it, I'm like, oh, darn. It's kind of that midpoint, right?
That's right.
For me, it's a little bit like, I kind of, my analogy is you've been to Vegas before, right?
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly.
Oh, yeah, allegedly.
They have the people that set the line, right? And their job is to find that midpoint in the line where a half's going to go one way and the other half's going to go the other. And that's what I kind of picture my offer as kind of like picking the line. And it's like, I don't really care which side you take. That's my number.
Oh, you're working on the juice, and
right.
that's all it is.
That's right. So yeah, you can still make an offer now today on a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, $80,000 house for $9,000 that needs less than $10,000 worth of work.
Well, yeah, and they can get it fixed up. And are you going to try to sell it? Or
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
We got to get title first. and here's the thing: is not only is it out of town, but it's a
Nikki, how much?
$9,000 contract on it as a title company, right? There's no money in that.
6 minutes
All right.
segment
No,
plus
right.
the
And it
plus
probably
the
has-
commercial.
So 10 minutes. So
I
9:45.
don't think it does, but
All right,
I
thanks.
mean, because we're dealing with all it is Dad died and we got 2 sisters. That's all there is.
Okay.
And no will, so it should be cut and dry. But anyhow, so that's all we're waiting on. So we got a caller on the line. So caller, welcome to the show. What's her name? Okay, cool. Hey Jim, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Tom. Hey, I need your help.
Go for it.
I went under contract on some property over in Briar Grove Park. I believe I got it for I believe I got it for a very good price, and I had a designer come out there and start taking a look at it. Something they said to me was that Turner a week ago passed something with the city saying that everything's in the 500 is now going to apply to everything. How does it work? So everything in the 500-year plane is like in the 100-year plane. So my question to you is, if I rehab this house, am I subject to that 50% of property improvement rule that would be in the 100-year, that's standard in the 100-year plane? What do you know about it?
That's
and I
my
hear it goes
understanding.
into effect September.
Yeah, that's my understanding, is that the way that it's going to work is they're trying to prevent, properties. Really, what they want is properties that are in the 100-year. They really want them built up taller. They either want them raised or they want them torn down and built new, right? Which either one of those improves the property values. Then everybody gets more taxes and all that. So what it really comes down to is they're talking about 50%, not of the HCAT appraised value for the whole thing. Take the land value out, and it's just the appraised value of the structure. So what's the price range of this property? What's the structure value on HCAT?
Oh, it's like 310.
That's the structure value?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what's the overall HCAT value?
Over 500.
Okay, got it. So the 310, what that's doing is it's limiting you to $155,000 on a rehab. Now that's how they typically count that is that's of all the stuff that is permitted. So in other words, that doesn't typically include flooring. It doesn't typically include paint. It doesn't typically. It would include foundation, roof, plumbing, HVAC, all your licensed trades.
Okay. So it's not the whole. Because see, really, I bought this thing wanting to rehab it to live in it.
Okay.
And now I've got to close on it on Friday, and I'm in a dilemma.
Keep in mind, $155,000 is a lot to spend on a rehab. I mean, how many square feet is this house?
But it's not a rehab to sell; it's a rehab for us to live in. My wife
I get
and
it.
I.
Yeah, my bigger concern is it's obvious. Has it flooded in the past?
No, never has.
Okay. And then, are you sure that it's in the elevation that you're thinking?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are you sure it's in the elevation that you're thinking it's in?
Well,
I can't imagine that if it didn't flood, that it's not in the 500-year.
No, I believe it's in the 500-year floodplain. No, I'm sorry. I do. It wasn't in the 100-year floodplain. They were just paying like $400 in flood insurance is what they were.
Yeah,
but
so
it
that
never
means that it's in the highest
before.
area. If it's in If it's in the $400 premium range for flood insurance, it's not going to be affected by this. And especially if it didn't get flooded, that's not one of the properties they're going to be concerned with.
Well, essentially, if it's in the 500-year flood plan, it's got to be 2 feet above the 2 feet above the street level.
Right.
Okay, so what I believe is that the house. This is the first time the house flooded, and it is in the 500-year floodplain.
Oh, I thought you said it didn't flood.
No. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It did flood.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's in the 500-year floodplain, and I want to rehab it to live in it, though. So obviously, I'm gonna put a lot more than typical rehab, to get it back and sell it. So, but you just said something to me I didn't know, and that was it's only on the permit part.
Correct. Yeah, that's what it's been historically. And I'll tell you where that's been a big issue in the past is a city like Bel Air. When you get a property that, some of those 1940s, 1950s properties, the land value will be like $280 or $300, and the structure value is like $30,000. And to go in there and try and keep it under $15,000, that's the only exception to that is.
If I was to get the permits and everything going right now before September, it won't be an issue. How do you feel about like after September, whatever? Now I'm living in it 3 years down the road, and I'm not within the standard. Do you think that's going to be an issue?
No, not at all.
It'll be grandfathered in.
Yeah, everything will be grandfathered in.
Okay. Do you think
in fact,
the city,
how many square feet's the house?
City holding things up so that
no, not at all. Yeah, how many square feet's the house?
About 20, less than 2,500.
Yeah, you're gonna have a tough time getting to $150,000 of rehab on that. That's over $50 a foot.
Oh, I'm talking about changing a roof line. So
yeah, it's still not going to get there.
And I really think it applies mostly to new construction anyway, not to rehabs.
Yeah, it actually still applies to rehabs. It does.
It does apply to rehab. Okay.
The 50% rule kind of kicked in, is what I thought. So
gotcha.
Hey, we got to go to a break. So Jim, thanks for the call.
All right, thanks.
All right, you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. So Ashley, we can stick to another segment.
Okay.
Okay.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes people cringe. At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal, helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
Are small returns getting in the
30
way
seconds.
of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. People are following us on the Book of Faces at Right Path Real Estate. You go to facebook.com. Then up in the search section, just go to Right Path Real Estate, and you can watch us on our radio show. I always find it fascinating. People see me at a networking event when we're out and about. Next event that I'll be at live will be tomorrow evening up in Dallas. So all you folks watching and listening up in Dallas, then make sure that you show up at Gillies. We're going to start at 6:30 tomorrow evening. It's going to be a great night of technical content and all kinds of great information. People can either call in with questions or they can submit on the Book of Faces. I follow right here. In fact, L. Johnson asked a question. Hey, Tom, when making an offer, what's the minimum earnest money you offer to lock up the deal? The minimum is $10. In fact, one of the things that makes us unique in the marketplace is that we've bought, fixed, and flipped over 450 houses in the Houston market, and we've never, ever failed to close on a property. So earnest money is a promise to perform. In our case, our reputation is our promise to perform. So we don't want to have, at any one time, we might have 15 or 20 properties under contract to buy. And so if we put in $3,000 of earnest money for each one, just imagine 10 properties, that's $30,000, 15, that's $45,000 if we put down $3,000 of earnest money on each property. So what happens, though, is that oftentimes when we get into a competitive situation, we do have the ability to put $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 or more. The most we've ever put in has been the entire purchase price. We were offering $65,000 on a particular property, and someone else was offering more, and we offered to put up $65,000 of earnest money to show that we were for real. No deposit, no financing, all cash, put up $65,000 for a quick close. This wasn't like put up $65,000, close in 30 days. So this was, hey, we can close in 10 days. We'll put $65,000 of earnest money down, purchase the property for $65,000. We're serious. But the minimum we put down is $10. And that's, it's interesting. In most TREC contracts, because we're a non-disclosure state, it says for $10 and other valuable consideration. Most people don't pay attention to that. We actually pay attention to the details. That's how you run a successful business. And so in that $10 and other valuable consideration, why not just make it $10? So I know that that's, typically what the sales price is on the property, but that's what we normally do for earnest money. Hopefully that helps. So, hey, I want everybody to go to rightpathrealestate.com, go to the website, check out the events that are available there. We have the next big event that we have coming up is going to be our weekend retreat plus the events that we have at the Redneck Country Club plus the event that we have at Gillies. You want to make sure that you go to or if you want to go to the Gillies event, if you're up in Dallas, make sure that you email support@RightPath Real Estate. You can get a link. We have an Eventbrite link. We'd like you to register for that. It is absolutely free. Free food, free beverage. You can have free adult beverages as well. It's going to be a great event. Last month, we had 85 people, which is an extremely large event for a Dallas marketplace. This month, we expect it to grow over 100. We consider that a win. It's going to be us, Jet Lending, and Patten Law Firm. Can't wait to see you there. The music says I'm out of time. Is that right, Nikki? Am I out of time?
We have another segment.
Oh, we do? Okay, got it. So I need to go to a break. See you on the other side of the break.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio. Here's what I'll tell you in terms of our message at Right Path. We want to help you learn practical real estate investing. If you look at where you can put excess dollars today in the marketplace, you've got a lot of choices. You've got crypto, which if anyone can explain, in an honest way that they know if crypto goes up, why it goes up, or if crypto goes down, why it goes down, then I sure would like to hear that. So crypto's not really a choice for myself or my family. The second thing that you can do is put it in the stock market. And when you start asking people, what would you pay for a company in terms of income stream? If a company made, $1 million a year, would you pay? This is an exercise we do in our Pathway to Income and Wealth workshop. I'll ask the question, if you had $1 million of income coming from, let's say, a machine shop, would you pay $1 million for that if you had $1 million to spend? And most people say yes. I'd absolutely buy a business that throws off $1 million a year passively. I'd pay $1 million for that. Then you start going, well, what about $2 million or $3 million or $4 million or $5 million, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep going up, almost like auction style. And I get up to around $10 million, and there's normally only one or two people. It rarely ever goes past $10 million. And to create $1 million a year in net profit on $1 million, on $10 million purchase price, that's a 10 cap. And what's happening is people don't realize is that if I say, well, how many people in here want to buy a multifamily? And you start explaining what cap rate is, and you start explaining like 5 cap or 6 cap or 7 cap, or that so many of the stocks on the market right now are trading at 15 or 20 times earnings, that if it made $1 million, it'd be like paying $20 million, 20 years worth of revenue to be able to purchase that property. So you can't buy things at a discount when you're talking about being able to buy in the stock market. And what you don't know is you don't know if the stock is going to go up or down a year from now or 5 years from now, etc. What we do know is that if you buy a single-family piece of real estate in Middle America, and I'm not talking about California, I'm not talking about New York, so I'm not talking about on the coast, I'm not talking about Miami, I'm not talking about condos, I'm not talking about townhouses. What I'm talking about is single-family houses in Middle America, the heartland. If you're buying houses below $200,000, what we know is long-term, those have been appreciating at about 7% per year, especially when you talk about the Texaplex, the triangle between Texas, or Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and then back to Houston. That area is growing because it's a good business market climate. And so if you were to understand that when I say it's going to grow at 7%, I don't mean 7% based on the amount of money that you have in the deal, because even if you let's say you bought a $150,000 house and you put $30,000 down and you're financing $120,000. So you've only got $30,000 in the house, and if the $150,000 grows at 7%, that's $10,500 of appreciation in just 1 year. In 3 years, you'd have $31,500 in appreciation. That's $10,500 a year for 3 years. That's just in appreciation growth, everything that you have in the house. Now, if I came to you and said, hey, I know that Exxon stock, if you buy $50,000 worth of Exxon stock, that 3 years from now, it's going to grow in value to make your $50,000 back, you'd be like, yeah, how can you guarantee that? Well, look at past performance. Now, I know past performance in the stock doesn't equal future results, but when you understand what appreciation is when it comes to real estate, real estate is a hedge against inflation. If you want to learn more about this type of real estate investing strategy, you need to go to rightpathrealestate.com. You need to come to our weekend retreat. It's the last time it's going to be $197. Send an email to support at Right Path Real Estate. Let them know that you want to come to the weekend retreat. You want to learn how to get on the path to financial freedom, which is building wealth and income. What if you were only a year away from having an extra $3,000 to $4,000 a month coming in passively? All you got to do is send an email to support at Right Path. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. Click on the link for support. Send us an email. We'd love to help you out. Thanks for listening, guys. Jason and I will be live in the studio tomorrow.
All right, Tom, have a good one.
All right, thanks. See you. Bye.
Thanks for listening, guys. You've been listening to Right Path.